Welcome back to another AEW prediction video. Today, we have AEW All In. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I said it in the last episode in the NXT Great American Bash prediction video. If you watched that, I guess a lot of you that don't watch NXT probably don't watch AEW, or if you're someone that watches all wrestling, power to you. I can't really say I'm extremely excited about this one. Not that, I mean, it's a fantastic card. It is a big card, and it's got a lot of great names on it. But the build for it, I should move it over to my other screen. The build for AEW All In hasn't really been there for me. And obviously I said in the last prediction video that I don't watch Dynamite live every week. This week was the first week I actually watched it live, and I was kind of busy while watching it. So, what am I trying to say here? I hit the gym. I'm losing my train of thought, sorry. I hit the gym during Dynamite, so I can't really watch it live. Because I hit the gym at 8 o'clock after the kind of day is through. I like to go over to the gym, get a good lift in. And, I don't watch it live. So I'm kind of catching everything after. And I'm seeing it all on social media before I'm even watching Dynamite. But, it's really failed to draw me in. And I don't watch Collision very often. I mean, it's on a Saturday night. It's just another show I'd have to go back and watch. And it's just I don't want to sit here and go back and watch every single, because I watch NXT and I watch Dynamite. Sometimes I watch NXT. I haven't watched NXT in the last 3 weeks, but I watch every Dynamite. At least I try to watch Dynamite before the next Dynamite comes on. And sometimes I'll tune into Collision, or I won't tune in, but I'll maybe sit here and be I'll turn on Collision or something like that. Most of the time I do not. But I can give AEW props for putting together a very good card. I mean, the card looks stacked. It really does. If you look at the matches, Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada, Jon Moxley versus Adam Page, Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné. There's some big names with big money matchups, dude. The build for them have not really been good. And I know they're kind of building up Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné as the biggest women's match in AEW history. Doesn't feel like it to me. I mean, it really doesn't. The big women's match in AEW history has to have a big build, a big feel. It doesn't have that feel. It really doesn't. Especially because it's Mercedes Moné, I feel like both these women have just ran through the divisions. And it's not entirely fun to watch when a lot of your the favorites like Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, all these other women that deserve shine in this division are just kind of thrown under the bus, ran down the freaking Monet train, or the Toni Storm 80s film. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. But today we are recording on the brand new HyperX Quadcast 2. I just purchased one the other day. I actually had no idea that they came out with one until not too long ago. And I was I gotta upgrade, but I need to get some money first. But I got the money now, so I bought this mic, and the HyperX Quadcast S is going into retirement, unfortunately. It's been through a lot of different video games, a lot of different prediction videos, a lot of different football videos, and now we're running with the HyperX Quadcast 2. I really enjoy HyperX's products. They do a really good job with their products. They're very high quality, and I don't really have too much of a problem with them when I use them. I use the headphones are HyperX. Not this keyboard particularly. The old keyboard I have was HyperX, and the whole reason I stopped using that keyboard is because I moved away and I forgot the cord, and it was the USB-C cord, but no USB-C cord I had fit into that little tiny hole that it needed to go into before it connected to the keyboard. So I had to run to Best Buy, and I bought a new keyboard. I've been using that ever since. I can't remember what keyboard it is. The box is over there somewhere. It could be I'm not sure. I'm not going to try and say it, but I mean, it probably says it on the keyboard if I actually look. No, it doesn't say it on the keyboard. Corsair, however you say it. I'm not entirely sure. It's like a yellow brand if you're looking through electronics. But I used a HyperX keyboard for a long time. I use a HyperX microphone for my PlayStation when I'm playing with my friends. This microphone is specifically more for recordings. Sometimes I use it for video gaming on my PC, but most of it's just used for recording because it's a better quality mic than what the other HyperX microphone is. The HyperX microphone I have from the PlayStation is one that is, has an attached mic to it. This one is HyperX headphones with a HyperX Quadcast microphone. But I just wanted to say that's the new hardware we're running with. So, yeah, hopefully these videos sound a little smoother than the old one, and we're gonna get right into this prediction video. Our first match literally just got announced 2 hours ago of recording this video. This is 11 p.m. right now, 10:59 p.m. for me right now on Thursday night. I just got back from watching Superman. Superman was very good. I loved it. But I would like to say, what would I like to say? I don't know. I lost my train of thought again. It's been a long day. I will be honest with you. But this match just got announced literally 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Central Time is when the match got announced. And I'm sitting here like, so a 9th match for this card that already has 2 gauntlet matches, casino gauntlet matches that are pretty long in their own right. And we have 9 matches on this card. I thought the casino gauntlet match getting announced means we have like 6 or like maybe 7. 9 matches, man. I don't know. I really wish we'd find that happy medium with WWE shows and WWE and AEW shows. Sorry, WWE just did a 6-match card for Night of Champions 2, which I was very happy with, and they're doing like a 6 or 7-match card for Evolution, which is very nice. I think they're doing like just a 4-match card for Saturday Night's Main Event, but that's alright. It's 2 hours with commercials. I'd rather them not do 5 matches like they did last time. But this isn't about WWE. But I don't know. I wish they'd drop it down to 7 matches. I guess 8's fine. I'm okay with 8. I prefer 7. I think 7's a good happy medium there. I don't really care to see 9 matches, especially when 2 of these matches are going to be longer gauntlet matches. But I'll let it slide. I don't care about this match. It's the Ops versus the Death Riders with Gabe Kidd, which is he's basically a part of the Death Riders. Now he's like the insurance policy from New Japan Pro Wrestling for the AEW World Trios Championships. I don't care. I mean, I really don't. I don't care, but I haven't cared about the Trios titles since the Elite held them, and they were going a best of 7 series with the frickin' what are their names? Death Triangle. I had to look over. I have the one of like 5,000 Jazzwares exclusive Death Triangle figures. I wanted to buy those. I love that box. But I haven't cared about the Trios titles since then. Maybe I really liked it when the House of Black got it, but then the House of Black did absolutely nothing with them. And then who got it after that? Like what's their names? Acclaimed. And they did nothing with them either. And nobody's done anything with them since then. It sucks. And then they did this shit at the last pay-per-view at the end of... What was the last one? Double or Nothing? Where they had Hook come out and he helped them, with the match. But then he kind of like ran away and walked away in disappointment. Sorry. And it's like we just haven't seen Hook since. It doesn't make sense and it's terrible television. I'm sorry. And maybe you don't want to hear that if you're an AEW freaking lover, but I'm not a fan of that. I don't like us introducing something and then not continuing it and then letting us forget about it, and then they're going to bring it back when everybody has stopped caring, and that you cannot do in storytelling, especially when you're running a weekly episodic television show. I mean, you can't really do that to a movie, I guess, unless you want to introduce something in the first movie at the beginning of the first movie, and then not get it to the end of the second movie. Then we got a huge problem there. We can't start something or make it look like we're starting something, and then not follow up on it because Hook hasn't been seen on television since then. I don't know. The Ops are retaining their trios titles. If they don't, I don't care. Match number 2. Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. I believe this is mostly taking place on Collision. And even when they were running the 4-hour shows like 2-3 weeks ago, I wasn't watching the Collision portion. I'd watch the Dynamite portion, that was it. I'm not going to sit here and watch 4 hours of wrestling. I thought that was, I'll do it for pay-per-views. I'm not doing it for a weekly show. Come on, man. I'm not watching Dynamite and Collision back to back. And then they did a 2.5-hour special for Grand Slam, which was alright. I was fine with the 2.5 hours. But I would like to say that we can't do 4-hour fucking weekly shows. It just doesn't work. And then you put a 4-hour weekly show out there and call it a free pay-per-view, sorry. And then you fucking main event it with the Paragon versus the Don Callis family. I don't know about that one. It's like Paragon and Daniel Garcia versus the Don Callis family. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, way to make me tune out. Adam Cole's run, ever since the stuff with MJF ended, and ever since he just broke his leg, and it wasn't bad after that, and then they tried to do the turn on MJF, and the MJF got injured himself. I haven't cared about Adam Cole since then. He doesn't wrestle like he used to. He wrestles a step behind, and that's probably because of his relentless injuries that he's had since coming to AEW. He just doesn't look like he wrestles with fire anymore. And honestly, I hope that means that Kyle Fletcher's taking the TNT Championship here. And that's what I'm going to predict. I'm going to predict Kyle Fletcher taking the TNT Championship here at All In Texas. And I don't know what goes on with Adam Cole, if he keeps running with Paragon or what he does, but I don't know. I'm afraid I just probably don't really care about Adam Cole anymore. Match number 3. We got the Patriarchy versus Jet Speed versus the Hurt Syndicate for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. This entire feud has been between the Hurt Syndicate and Jet Speed, and then about a week ago they're just like, yeah, let's throw a Patriarchy in there. And you want to know why they threw the Patriarchy in there? Because they were going to create tag titles. They were going to create father and son tag titles that only fathers and sons could team up to fight for. What? I don't mean to hate on AEW in this show. And I don't know, it's maybe more of a criticism, but that's what you were going to do? That sounds awful. You don't have enough father-son. Christian Cage and Nick Wayne aren't even real father and son. It's fake. They're not, it's not a real, it's not, they were going to put Jurassic Express back together. I don't remember if they were going to bring back Marco Stunt or it was going to be fucking Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy again, but there's no father and son matchup there. And they were gonna fucking have. Listen to this. They were going to have, what the fuck is the family name? The Von Erich, Kevin. Or is it Kerry? Kevin? I think it's Kerry that's still alive, right? Kerry Von Erich, or maybe it's Kevin. I don't remember. Whichever one that is still alive. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Kevin, actually. Now I gotta make sure I'm right. Kevin Von Erich. Yes, that's Kevin Von Erich that's still alive. Sorry. They're gonna have Kevin Von Erich team with one of his sons, Marshall, and I can't remember the other one's name. Why? Kevin Von Erich is almost 70 years old. He can't get in the ring. Are you kidding me? I don't know. That was all. So they put him in the tag title match. It's a better idea. But they just got thrown into an ongoing story with Hurt Syndicate and Jet Speed just to be added into this match. When honestly, I feel like we should be getting Nick Wayne versus Christian Cage and ending this, whatever this is. It was great for a very long time. Don't get me wrong. Christian Cage has been the work of his career in AEW. But let's end Nick Wayne and Christian Cage. Let's get Edge and Christian back together for one last run, and let's move on, please. Other than that, the Hurt Syndicate's going to retain their titles here. I can't see the Patriarchy winning the tag titles now when we're kind of been teasing the breakup between Christian Cage and Nick Wayne for so long, and Jet Speed isn't winning shit. Match number 4. We got Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. And by the way, in case you're wondering, the order I put these in is normally the order of what I feel is important, what I care about. 1 would be the least I care, and 10 or 9 would be the most I care, to be honest with you. And it was kind of hard to put this list together because I don't really care about most of it, if you ask me. This one would have been higher on the list because it is the biggest women's match in AEW history. It's Mercedes Moné, a woman who really helped revolutionize women's wrestling in WWE. And Timeless Toni Storm, who has been the face of the women's division for 2-3 years now, carrying the Women's World Championship, putting on an amazing feud with Mariah May. And our build is around steak dinners. That's the only thing I remember from this build is the steak dinners. That fucking awfully overcooked, dry-ass steak that Mercedes Moné had the second week after Double or Nothing. God, that was disgusting. She had a better steak the next week, but what the fuck, dude? And they're 3-4 weeks into this feud, and they're attacking each other, saying, "Let the games begin." The game's begun 4 weeks. The game begun 5 weeks ago, when Mercedes Moné won. I don't know, man. The build for this does not scream biggest women's match in AEW history. The build for Toni Storm and Mariah May last year screamed that. This does not. It is the biggest names fighting each other in the women's division, don't get me wrong. And I'm sure it'll be an amazing match. The build has me non-excited for this at all. And mostly because I enjoyed Moné's run at first. I didn't really care. They immediately put the TBS title on her in her first match. I didn't care about that because they gave the title to Willow. Have her hold it for a month. I don't even think she defended it once before losing it to Moné. And then they just had Willow lose, man. That sucked. I love Willow, man. I don't know. But Mercedes Moné is going to win here. She's winning the Women's World Championship. I think I will not say Moné is losing until Moné actually loses, or I really feel strongly that Moné is going to lose, and it really kind of shows in the building. But how the fuck do I know when the build has been god-awful for this match? I do think that Mercedes Moné wins and becomes a new Women's World Champion. So, there you have it. Match number 5. The Women's Casino Gauntlet match. Who the fuck is even in this match? I don't know. I don't know who wins this at all, because I don't know who's in the match. I really can't tell you. I'm going to see if I can find who's in the match. Megan Bayne's already had a women's match. It's Chris Statlander and Megan Bayne so far in the match? I don't even know if I can give you guys a prediction on this. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to figure out if there's any other names. Chris Statlander and Megan Bayne are the only 2 names so far. And I don't believe that's who's going to win. Are we going to have a return? Or maybe a debut that's going to win it? I have no idea. The top picks to win it. I'll base a prediction off this. Number 8, Thekla. Number 7, Julia Hart. That's not happening. Then Thekla, man. Don't even get me started. Thekla debuted, and I haven't seen her since. She's been on Collision. And obviously that's my fault for not watching Collision, but I haven't cared about Thekla at all. Hikaru Shida, that's not happening. Jamie Hayter, she's already lost to Moné, that's not happening. Dakota Kai, it would be awesome if she shows up. I will go off, but she's not going to win. Willow Nightingale would be cool. I really think Willow Nightingale, honestly, Chris Statlander at 2 and Athena at 1. Athena's not winning as much as we want to see it, because Athena would then go on to face... Because the winner... Is this like a Money in the Bank type thing? Yeah, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. It's cool, I guess. I think Willow should dethrone Moné. I'm going to go with Willow Nightingale winning this. And I'm probably going to be wrong, but that's my prediction. Match number 6. The Men's Casino Gauntlet. The number 1 spot is Mark Briscoe. Number 2 spot is MJF. And Mystico is also in this. A guaranteed world title shot. I have no idea. I do. That's not true. I don't know who else is going to be in this. I could see... whoever's big that's not on the card is going to be in this match. I might look up to see who are the favorites to win this. Win the Men's Casino Gauntlet match. Men's Casino Gauntlet match. Top picks to win the Men's Casino Gauntlet. Mark Briscoe is not winning. Keith Lee, I'd be shocked if he's even going to be there. Konosuke Takeshita, I doubt it. Eddie Kingston, I'd be shocked if he's there too. Gabe Kidd's already in another match. I'm assuming he's not going to be there. Ricochet, Ricochet's possible. Jay White would be really cool. But I think we all know and believe who's going to win this, and I think that's going to be MJF. And I kind of thought that before reading all those names. I do think MJF is going to win. And I highly doubt, unless Adam Page does beat Jon Moxley, MJF cashes in on Adam Page, and then we eventually get Darby Allin taking the title from MJF, which I think would be a better story, because I don't want to sit here and wait for Darby Allin to come back to take the title from Jon Moxley. I don't think any of us want to sit here and wait for that, because we want the title off Moxley personally, or at least I do personally, but yeah, I don't know. I got MJF winning this match, and I think he might not beat Moxley. I think Mox is going to beat Adam Page, and I think Darby Allin's going to be the one to dethrone Mox, but we'll see what happens. But I got MJF winning the Men's Casino Gauntlet. Match number 7, we got Young Bucks versus Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. Obviously, this match came along because of Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay, or at least Will Ospreay trying to get Swerve and Adam Page on the same side to end the Death Riders and kind of bring prestige back to the AEW World Championship and stuff like that. And which caused Ospreay to have a one-on-one match with Swerve because Swerve didn't want to work with Hangman, and then that went to a time limit draw, and then the Young Bucks obviously turned on Hangman, saying they were never working for him, and obviously Swerve's pretty pissed off at the Young Bucks because the Young Bucks have screwed Swerve out of the world title in a couple different situations, not out of the world title, different situations, but has screwed him out of the world title and screwed him over in other matches. So obviously we got Young Bucks coming in. They've had 2 matches since returning. And the Young Bucks EVP title is on the line. If the Young Bucks win, or if the Swerve and Ospreay win, then the Young Bucks EVP are no longer EVPs. They are going to be EVPs, but not in storyline anymore. And if the Swerve Strickland and Ospreay lose, they can't challenge for the world title for a year. I think this is pretty obvious who's going to win, especially because the Young Bucks have talked about walking away from AEW and starting their own indie promotion, doing other things. I don't think the Young Bucks really care for the direction that AEW has took, and I don't really know if they're really care to be there anymore. I feel like they've lost a lot of interest in AEW. I think they'll always be there, but I think they're going to be more of part-time guys. I do think that Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay are going to win here. I just really can't see the Young Bucks winning. And, yeah, that's kind of really all I got here. Match number 8. Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega to unify the AEW Continental Championship and AEW International Championship into the AEW Unified Championship in a winner-takes-all match. And I'm going to be honest with you, the Unified Championship is a beautiful title, gorgeous title, and that is the worst name I've ever heard a championship be called. The Unified title? You got a perfect name with the International and Continental and combining it into the AEW's own Intercontinental title. What the fuck is a Unified title? If you're not going to... You're going to watch AEW, someone who's going to watch AEW a couple weeks from now, and it's going to be Unified title. What the fuck was Unified? At least if you say Intercontinental title, you can be like, hey, the International and Continental titles were unified into the Intercontinental title. It makes a lot more sense. I mean, it really does. And instead of you're just going to call this the Unified title, don't really care for that name. But Okada and Omega, man, they have multiple classics in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Don't personally care for the build. I mean, they just had Okada randomly join the Don Callis family when I'm pretty sure Okada was with the Elite. But I guess he's now just a part of the Don Callis family. I don't think that was ever explained how that came together. And then they had Omega spitting up blood from... And he looked like he was out of the Alien movies, which I've never actually seen, but I heard that reference and I wanted to say it. Have we even seen Omega since then? I'm assuming he was here at Dynamite this time. I mean, it was a go-home show for Don. Why are my lights flickering? That was strange. My lights just flickered on and off for a second. That was weird. I kind of just lost my train of thought there. What was I saying? I've lost myself now, guys. I've lost it. Fuck. I don't know. I got Kenny Omega winning and beating Okada here and becoming the first ever unified, I guess, I don't know what lineage his title's taking, but becoming the first ever unified champion, I guess. This one should be a great match. They've had 3 bangers in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Even though they're a lot older now, it's probably going to be a lot slower, but definitely not going to be their best match, but should really still be a really good one. And I got Kenny Omega retaining the international title and winning the continental title and becoming the new AEW Unified Champion. Final match, the main event, we got Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page in a Texas Death Match for the AEW World Championship. They added Texas Death, and I think that's going to do a lot better for Mox. Personally, Mox is one of the best on the mic. He is an incredibly good wrestler, though recently I felt like his matches have been extraordinarily boring. And I'm happy they added the Texas Death situation here, stipulation, because I think it's going to make the match far more exciting. We've had great matches between Jon Moxley and Adam Page in the past. I think this is going to be another one of those fantastic matches. This is a perfect match for an all-in main event. The build, while being better than most builds here in this show, it's not particularly great. It's just kind of been the same thing with the Ops over and over again. And I'm just kind of, not the Ops, sorry. The Death Riders. I'm just kind of over the Death Riders personally. I kind of have been for a while. And the sad part is I don't think Hangman Adam Page is going to win here. I really hope he does. And I'm really fucking hoping I'm wrong. I just feel like they're going to continue to go with Darby Allin. I don't think Darby Allin's going to take the title until later this year when he comes back. I don't think Darby might show up tonight. Darby could 100% be in the Casino Gauntlet match. It's a possibility. I'm not sure when he got back off the mountain, or when he's necessarily allowed to wrestle again after that, because I know you kind of have to take some time and just kind of decompress from being up on that mountain before you can really do anything after that. So I'm not really sure if he's going to be, maybe he might be there, maybe he might not be wrestling, but I'm assuming he's going to be returning here very shortly. I don't know when he takes the title, if it's going to be at Forbidden Door or All Out. I prefer All Out. I don't want to wait till Wrestle Dream if they're going to do Wrestle Dream in Washington again. I hope they don't. But I don't know. But to be honest with you, man, this should be a great match. Unfortunately, I think Jon Moxley is going to retain. I just haven't seen enough of this build to believe that Hangman Adam Page is going to win. I really haven't. And I just don't believe that the Death Rider storyline is done yet. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Adam Page is going to win. But I do got Jon Moxley retaining the AEW World Championship here. That is going to do it for our video. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please subscribe for more AEW and WWE prediction videos. We also do video game videos as well. We just finished Death Stranding 2 here as of recently, so if you want to go check out all those videos, those are up on the channel from the last couple weeks. We also got, in August, we got Mafia the Old Country, Dying Light the Beast, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, and Lost Souls Aside, all coming in August. It's going to be a very busy month next month, and I can't wait to get into it. But as of right now, we don't really got any games we're working on. We might upload some videos on Ready or Not. I think that sounds kind of fun. I might do it with a buddy, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Social media is down in the description below. Twitter and Instagram, you can go and follow all those. Leave a comment of what you thought of my all-in predictions. Leave a comment with your all-in predictions, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for tuning in.